Yo guys, what is up? It's Gas Mask Gamer coming back at you guys with another video. As you can see right now, the background gameplay is going to be Black Ops 3. I'm having a lot of fun with Black Ops. I don't know what it is, because I remember, I do in fact remember that when I stopped, the servers were crap, and I think that's why I quit Black Ops. Otherwise, it was a really fun game, but in this video, there's going to be, I think, 3 different kinds of gameplay. There's going to be Black Ops 3, Black Ops Zombies, and Modern Warfare Remastered. And now this is going to bring me to my next topic. I said in like 4 videos ago, that I did in fact want to become a zombies YouTuber. But some of you guys may know that I am in fact like a hardcore gamer. So like, I will play a bunch of different kinds of games, and I enjoy a lot of different kinds of games. My friend Elijah, shout out to you, Elijah. He hooked me onto this game called Paladins, which I will hit you guys up with a gameplay of that. People compare it to Overwatch, but I've played Overwatch, and Paladins is way better than Overwatch in my opinion. But that'll be for another video explaining why. But I'm playing Paladins. I'm playing Paladins. I'm playing Black Ops 3 and Modern Warfare as of right now. I guess if you want, because there's 2 different ranks, I'm playing Black Ops 3 Zombies too. So, I mean, I'm playing a lot of different kinds of stuff. So I can't really, but I love this stuff. And I can't really not post it because I love it so much. So what I'm actually going to do is I want this channel to be used as an outlet for anyone who's like, having a bad day or whatever, or anyone. Like, I just want to make people happy on this channel. That's what I want to do. I'm probably just going to post varied content, but I definitely want to make people happy, because some of you guys may know I did in fact have to go through a lot of crappy stuff within these past few years of my life, and I really don't want anyone else to have to live through what I experienced, because like, it was the worst, and I do whatever I can to help make sure people don't have to go through that stuff, even if it's in like the early stages, or like, I'm able to tell when it's going to happen. So I usually try and intervene before things get really bad. But I've been talking for like 3 minutes now. So in this video, I do want to in fact talk about a very serious topic. And I did have a serious video before it. It was titled Goals and Motivation. I think that was probably one of the most powerful videos on my channel as of right now. Maybe this is, I'm not sure, but it's definitely worth checking out. It talks about how you should be who you want to be and not let anybody else influence you in one way or another. Never let anyone influence you, and just be who you want to be. Try things that you want to try. But in this video, we're going to be talking about suicide. Now, this is actually a very sensitive topic for some people, and I understand that. So if you don't want to watch this video because you're sensitive to it, I totally get that. It's a very serious topic, and it's not to be like made fun of. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a lobby and some guy would tell me, go kill yourself, and everyone would start laughing or whatever, because I will explain later on in the video what happened with me. But if you don't want to watch the video, once again, I totally understand. It is a very sensitive topic. It may like trigger some of you, and trigger is like not like jokingly, it may actually trigger you, because that's what the term is. When you get triggered, it means that you actually, there's something that kind of, I guess, flips this huge anxiety switch on or whatever, and that would be what the term triggered is actually, not like a joke. But I'm gonna give you guys a few seconds to click out of this video before I start talking about the suicide and how you can look at it. So just take it. I'm gonna give you guys like 10 seconds, and then you can exit the video. But if you appreciate this video, please drop a like before you go, because that I would really appreciate that. So let me just wait for anyone who wants to leave, and then I will get to talking about this. Alright, I know that wasn't 10 seconds, but 10 seconds was way more than enough time. But what I'm going to be talking about, as I said before, is suicide. Now, suicide is actually a big issue with teens in our community today. Sorry about the background. You can probably hear it. It's the AC. I'm in the basement recording. But anyways, suicide is a very, very serious issue in our society today with teens. Now, usually when suicide occurs or suicidal thoughts occur in your mind, you're only thinking of one thing. And see, that is where you get messed up. You're thinking, I want this all to end. I want my suffering to end. Because as humans, nobody likes to suffer. Nobody likes to be in pain, whether it's physical or mental. So you just want it to be over, but the things in your life you cannot end, but the only thing you see that you can end is your own life. Now, this is where, I'll explain this. Suicidal thoughts is kind of like a poison in your mind, because when I went to a aftercare program for my depression or whatever, we learned something called core mindfulness, and when you're thinking, I just want my life to end, I want all this to end, you're only thinking about one thing. This is called black and white thinking. It's very simple. It's very simple. You're only looking one way, right? But that's why I say suicidal thoughts is like a poison to your mind, because you don't take into account every other thing you have in your life. And now what I mean by this is, maybe you have your family members, you have your friends, you have even your classmates. I mean, I'll explain this later, but you'd be surprised at with like how much you care about people that you don't even know about, but maybe you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. I don't know what you guys have. That's why I said girlfriend or boyfriend. But maybe you have a girlfriend or boyfriend. Maybe you have an aunt. Maybe you have an uncle, or even your dog. It could be whatever. But all that stuff slips out of your mind when you think about suicide. Okay. Now, in order to kind of deal with this, you have to know when to intervene with yourself. Now, a lot of people tend to commit suicide because they don't really like how their life is going, and most of the time people think that nobody cares about them. And I think at this point, everyone at one point in their life thinks, oh my god, nobody cares about me, I'm such a nerd, nobody cares about me, no one would notice if I was gone. And I mean, at one point, I was there too. I did in fact actually, really genuinely think that nobody would care if I was gone. And, that was pretty bad. Now, what I'm going to say right now is, just recently I was in fact faced with a very, very rare sinus infection and I was facing certain death, because the doctors at first didn't know what it was. So they didn't know what to give me, but I could have died, because the sinus infection actually went into my bone, my jaw, the bone, and then it spread all the way up to my brain, and it could have killed me. And when everyone in your life is taken right out of your fingertips, that is when you notice everything you genuinely love in your life. I know I'm sounding very cheesy right now, but I feel like this is very important to say. I'll give you guys a little bit of my background, but I definitely feel like, because once I was in the hospital, I was literally in school for half the year. Like, actually in school for an entire half of the year. And then I got sick. And one day, I was gone. Like, one day I was in school, and then the next day I was gone. So then people genuinely, like, started thinking, like, oh my God, what happened? So people were hitting me up, and some of these people who were hitting me up, I did not even talk to. And, they care about me. But, going back to, what you care about being taken away from you. I did not realize how much I appreciate my classmates until they were taken away from me and I couldn't see them or talk to them. I genuinely miss them. And just recently I had probably one of my best friends, if not my best friend, over. So, that was very nice because I didn't see him for a good, I think 3 months. And, that made me pretty sad. But, when everyone in your life and everything in your life is taken right out of your fingertips and you are faced with certain death, you're like, holy crap, like, I really don't want to die. Like, I want to see these people again. I want to see whoever again. Now, I know this video's long, but these serious videos are going to be long because I'm not going to just talk about this for 15 minutes. I want to get as much sense into you guys as possible. But there was a time where, at one point I genuinely thought I was going to die. And I'll explain to you guys exactly what happened. I was in the hospital when I was like hooked up to all these wires or whatever. I was hooked up to an IV. I was hooked up to a lot of stuff, okay? And at one point, I wasn't allowed to get out of my bed. I was not allowed to get out of my bed. So, I would actually be sleeping a lot. I'd be watching YouTube, eating, and sleeping. That was what my life was. At one time I woke up, okay, and I found that it was very hard for me to breathe. It was very hard for me to breathe, and I think I passed out. Because I do remember, taking a few short breaths, or feeling that my lungs were very tight, and I was breathing heavily. And then, right after that, I, woke up again, and I was having trouble breathing. And then I woke up again. I had trouble breathing, and my heart monitor, actually, I saw my heartbeats, go down. The heart monitors are the things in movies that actually goes in a straight line and start beeping when someone dies in the movie, and they're hooked up to it. But I saw my heart rate starting to go down, and I was like, oh God, I'm gonna die right here, right now. And, that's when I thought, my dad, he's a tough guy, I'm not even gonna lie. I have never really seen my dad cry, but, my dad, he sat on my bed and he was just looking at me. He was tearing up and everything. But yeah, you know, like he was genuinely sad. I'm sorry about the quick cut. I can only record my voice for 15 minutes at a time, so if I came in a bit late, I'm sorry about that. But you know, my dad he told me something like, "What if your sinus infection was meant for something? Like, what if this was supposed to happen?" And then I was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" You know, because like, you know, I could have died, and I was like, "What the hell, man? What the hell?" You know, why would this happen to me? No, this should happen to nobody. But then he said, like, you know, what if this was to show you that, you know, because at one point I did in fact want to kill myself like 3 times before, and I was put into a hospital for it all. But you know, my dad said, he was like, what if this was to show you that, you know, you have no control when you're faced with your sinus infection and you could possibly die. You know, you have no control whether or not you die. But when you want to kill yourself, that's when you have control and you make the stupid decision and you do it. But in those few moments, I would think that you're like, oh my god, I did not actually want to do this. This is totally not worth it. I remember there was actually, I genuinely was going to actually commit suicide. It was in like, I think it was in like 7th grade, I think. Maybe 8th grade. I'm not sure. But I was in a math program and like, it was a Friday. And I knew, I was genuinely going to go home because my mom would be at work and my dad would be at work, so nobody would be home. Not even my sister, because I'd get home before my sister. And, you know, I would grab a knife from the kitchen. I'd probably get, like, a backpack or something. Bring that backpack with me in the woods and just stab myself right there. And that's what I wanted to do. Don't worry, guys. I'm all good. That's why I'm telling you guys this stuff now. But you would think that you want to do something like that. You think that you want to end your suffering and end your life. But in reality, you do not want to do that. Nobody wants to do that. You see, you don't think about it until everyone in your life is out of your palm and you have no connection with them, you know. And that's when I realized, yes, this was probably to let me know that I have way more people that I care about in my life than I actually think. I mean, pretty much everyone in my school last year was a douchebag to me, but, you know, there's people I didn't even talk to, and people I thought were, like, jerks or whatever. But the funny thing is, I actually missed them. Like, I genuinely missed them. It was so weird. I'm like, what the hell? But, okay. So, the point is, guys, if you're going to kill yourself, don't do it, because you're definitely going to regret it. It may sound cheesy, and I mean, everyone, like, that is the truth. You don't want to do that, you know. It's definitely a very bad thing to do. And actually, guys, what I'm going to do right now is, if you know someone, you know, if you or someone you know actually does want to kill themselves, I'm going to put up a hotline on the video right now. And you can call this number, and you can actually talk to someone, and they'll get you help. Because I definitely do not want anyone to feel bad about themselves. Because this is a very serious issue. Nobody should want to kill themselves. And, you know, if you do in fact kill yourself, if you attempt to kill yourself in some states, that's considered a crime. I know that that's definitely it for New Jersey, and a few other places, but a lot of places it's a crime to kill yourself, and you'll actually be put in a psychiatric hospital for a few months for that, if you do in fact do it and you do survive. But, you know, just if you were someone you know, I'm gonna keep this hotline number up for the rest of the video, so it'll probably be at the top of the screen as of right now. I don't know. Maybe it'll be in the middle. I'm not sure. But it's 20 minutes into this video right now. We still got 4 minutes. Now what I want you guys to do, in case you don't know, first person is what I'm playing in Call of Duty right now. Call of Duty is a first person shooter. Okay? You can only see what's in front of you, not what is behind you. So if someone comes up and look, I saw that guy, but some guy might kill me from behind. I'll never know. And if he is behind me and he shoots me in the back, I can't see him. Now, the second thing is third person. Okay, now Horizon Zero Dawn, I don't know if you know what that is. There's Horizon Zero Dawn. You have Final Fantasy, Dark Souls, Uncharted, where you can see your entire body. Now, what I want you to do, now, please, guys, I want you guys to participate in what I'm about to say to you. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to go in your mind, right? And right now you're in first person. You're thinking in first person. Who shows up who do you see in your life that you care about in first person? I can name a few people I see right now, okay? My little sister, my mom, my dad, my grandma, my great grandma, my aunt, my 3 cousins, my dog, a lot of people. So I'll give you a few seconds to do that. Just think, because this is I'm kind of telling you guys a few things I learned with mindfulness, but I'll give you a few seconds to think about that. All right, now that you got your people in front of you, your first person, right? I want you to step back and view yourself in third person, where you will see the people behind you. All right? So you will see the people behind you, the less obvious people that you care about. Okay? This is going to make you think in 2 different perspectives: the obvious and the not so obvious. Okay? So, I can think of a few right now. Some kid named Drew in my school. Drew, my friend Brandon. Who else? Who else? Jesus, there's a lot of kids who I don't know in my school, but I definitely know that they care about me. So just think about who it is. I got my friend Drew, my friend Brandon. I actually have a few of my neighbors. One of them DM'd me. Okay, just think about the people you would not normally think about. You got to think long and hard about this. This is not easy. This actually took me a few months to master. Now, those are the people who do in fact care about you. Those are all the people in your life who care about you, And they would be sad if you left the earth. It wasn't in their life. I have my friend Connor, my friend Jordan, all those people. So yeah, guys, the hotline number is still up. But please, if you're gonna take anything from this video, take it. If you're okay and you're gonna take anything from this video, please take the fact that people do in fact care about you. And please share this video with your friends if you know that they're struggling. If you're new, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. And if you're having trouble, please, for the love of God, call that toll-free number, and they'll get you some help. With that being said, guys, this is Gas Mask Gamer, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.